So here's my next antique chair repair project. This is a Louis XV dining room chair. I would imagine, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, but I would imagine it is a reasonably expensive item. And as you can see, as so often happens, the top piece has come off, mainly because people tend to lift it by the top at the back, which is not really what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to lift it by the cross piece in the center. Anyway, since the cross piece is already off, really that's all I have to do is put that back. But hopefully in a way that's going to be reliable. So let's have a look around. Well, no surprise, it's been repaired before. So here you can see a piece that's been inserted, but as you can see, it hasn't been made to fit very well. Hence, I'm sure this hole is somewhat larger than the dowel. Yeah, the inevitable. So the one at the other end was much worse in terms of how it was fitted, or how it had been repaired. And so I decided that one would have to come off. And so I got it off by getting a parting knife and heating it with Jan heat gun. And then bit by bit basically inserting it in the fold and melting off the glue. One benefit of high glue, of course, is you can undo it by the application of heat. However, as I started cleaning up this, high glue dries rock hard, and this was all gunky and gooey, so either it wasn't mixed up properly, or I don't know, something wasn't right, or there was something already else on there. But anyway, so the plan is clean all this up so that I have good wood-to-wood mating surfaces, and then if necessary drill out this hole again properly. Yeah, it should be somewhat simpler than the little exercise with the Chinese chair, but you never know. Right, I've cleaned all the gunk, all the glue out of the different pieces here, so that we can get a reasonably decent fit here, so I think that'll glue up okay. The other side, unfortunately, is not quite so simple, because at some point, I don't know, there's so much glue in this that when you get rid of it all, it doesn't actually sit flush anymore. It's basically too small. And so, in order to get it to fit properly, it's going to need something along the diagonal piece there. So probably I'm going to need to try gluing a piece of veneer across there, and then gradually sanding it down until I get the right fit. But yeah, at the moment it's not going to glue back like that the way it is, and so I need all this to be good and solid, because I have a feeling I'll be plugging and re-drilling these dowel holes, but I'm not sure yet. So, so far so good. So next is to clean up the two uprights. They look in pretty good condition actually, so hopefully that's not going to cause too much of a problem. The dowels look in pretty good condition also, so we might just be able to go straight up ahead and get to the gluing. So I've cut a little piece of veneer, and I think I might be in luck in that when I dry fit the pieces here, it seems like I get a nice flush finish now. so it may not be overly complex after all. Well, we shall see. Okay, I've put a first piece of veneer across this surface here to give me better alignment on, if you like, this plane here and this plane over here and this front edge here. However, when all that is aligned really well, I notice that it's actually a little bit short. So that's not going to provide a good gluing surface. So I'll have to put another piece of veneer, I guess, on here and then sand it all off when the time comes. So yeah, this one is definitely not straightforward, but we'll get there. And so I did tag this piece on here with just a bit of Titebond. But from here on out, all the rest of the gluing will be done with Hide glue. So just fired up the beast, and probably tomorrow I'll start putting all these pieces together, and yeah, hopefully it will work out okay. Okay, so glued up all the pieces here for the back, and I'll clean off the glue with a wet hot cloth tomorrow. So we're ready to fit it onto the chair. On this side here, which is the left of the upright, left of the back, I actually had to put two pieces of veneer in, so I had to put one across the diagonal here, so that you had a decent chance of these and the back surfaces lining up. And then I had to put another piece here, because it was not level with this, so you wouldn't have a decent gluing surface. So now it seems to have a reasonably decent fit with the upright. Okay, to wrap up the antique chair, here it is, pretty much back together. It's far from being perfect, but I think it looks okay. So look from the front. So yes, the joint on this side was definitely the most challenging, because the insert piece that you could see from the back had actually been made too small. So I had to basically make it bigger by adding veneer onto two surfaces so that it would fit properly. This one fits structurally a lot better, is much better aligned. Unfortunately, it broke through previously. And so cosmetically it doesn't look as nice. So, okay, interesting project. So everyone, you learn.